top four runners. I thought the old Red Shoe Rocket was going to get to do some talking with Benny.
Yep.
Here we go. We're going to go to heat race number 5. We're going to see Dylan Boyer out of Coos Bay, Oregon in the 05, and the 00 is Jerry Clements out of Chino Valley, Arizona.
It'll be Kevin Roberts up next inside run number 2 out of Gresham, Oregon, the 88. To the outside of Molino, Oregon, it's the 121 of Cody Humphrey.
Run number 3, it's going to be Marcos Bjorquez out of Blackwater, Arizona, the 69X, and Tim Gonska out of Brainerd, Minnesota, the 5G.
And rounding out your 8-car field inside or number 4, it's the 08 of Colville, Washington's Chase Berkeley, into the outside out of Los Banos, California, to 714 of Rick Diaz.
Well, Zane DeVilbiss, your speed from the last couple nights, it continues. You guys were good in the heat race last night, and you won the main event. Good in the heat race tonight, and who knows, might win another main event.
We're going to give them hell for sure. This thing's been awesome. They've been working their butts off in the pits over there. I just get to drive the fun part here, so we're going to give them hell in the main.
Good luck and good job.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you for coming out.
Caution lights are off, getting ready to come to the green flag as we will see the 05 Dylan Boyer and Jerry Clements up here. Welcome to Little My Race Pass Live, looking on the book of face. We're ready to go. We're racing on down. It's going to be Jerry Clements right there to the race lead. Everybody going to zig and zag, going to make her 3 wide. Look at there. Here comes the 714, trying to make something happen there, Rick Diaz, but man, the 88 machine of Kevin Roberts out of Gresham, Oregon, had a pretty decent run, but Tim Gonska, right now, he is a 6-3 run as Jerry Clements is your leader.
So Clements down the back straightaway with the top spot. They're going to battle right now for that second spot. Gonska right through the middle. There comes the 88 of Roberts. Roberts thinks better. He's going to shuffle himself to the outside, get some momentum built up. Now he's going to cross over down the bottom side of Gonska. Is right now it's still that 00 of Clements, Humphrey, Gonska, and Roberts, your top 4.
Down the back straightaway, Gonska going to get around. Your third place runner now, Humphrey. Humphrey back into number 3 spot. Roberts going to work on the outside. Side by side, down the front straightaway, Roberts and Humphrey.
Humphrey's going to lose 2 spots in that one corner as now Rick Diaz makes the slice underneath him down the back straightaway off of turn number 2, and going to set sail for the top 3 cars. Again, your leader Clements last time by just about 0.6 of a second lead over the number 5G of Gonska. Of course, Gonska had a pretty hard hit last night during his heat race. He's going to hopefully have a better luck at it tonight as he's got a great run as he's in that second spot, going to gain some valuable points after starting 6, so he's 6-2. Out front, it's still Clements. He's grabbed it since the drop of the green flag. He's going to cross the stripe first with the number 5G of Gonska right there. Second is Roberts, and of course, Rick Diaz still rounds out your top 4 with.
So they'll work him on down the back straightaway. It's going to be down into turn number 3 and 4. Jerry Clements racing on up front. Green high, 2 to go. Gonska working there like he talked to him last night. I said, what happened? He said, steering come loose, and I just went to the fence. I said, well, that'll happen when that happens. What's happening now, though, is he has found some speed in the 5G. He's going to move on into the number 1 spot. The 5G, a 6-1 run. Right now, that will put him on point for the feature this evening. The Brainerd, Minnesota racer right there. Now in tow is the Gresham, Oregon racer of Roberts. We'll work down into turn 3, off of 4. White flag is coming. It's gone. Checkered is here. Tim Gonska with the win. followed by Kevin Roberts, Jerry Clements, and Rick Diaz. There you have it. Tim Gonska out of Brainerd, Minnesota, picking up heat race number 5. Heat 6 will be Bo Partain, Casa Grande, Arizona, the 75C, and Justin Wright, Rock Springs, Wyoming, in the 183.
Row number 2 will be Racely Card out of West Valley City, Utah, in the 21, and to the outside of Lamar, Colorado, it's the 19K. That'll be Colby Stegman.
Then we'll go to row number 3. It'll be the 77 of a Levi Card out of West Valley City, Utah, and Peyton Rygard out of Coos Bay, Oregon, in the 7.
And in the 5G dollar sign, that's Chino Valley, Arizona's Grady Clements. And rounding out your field out of Bakersfield, California, it's the 13 of Jerry Flippo.
Well, Shelby Williams, a interesting conclusion to your heat race, able to get the heat race win. But talking to you before this interview, you got some work to do, you said.
Yeah, we barely got it back together. Like, they were all in staging lane. I wasn't even dressed yet, still trying to get it together. And steering wheel's off a lot. The brakes aren't very good. We still got some body work to do, so not having to run a B will help. So we just go back and try to get it all back together and make sure we can finish the A main.
Well, good luck in the feature.
Thank you.
Well, it's going to be a busy bit of time for Shelby Williams, but look out for the 82.
Oh, he will be tough tonight in the feature. They've been thrashing on that thing since night number 1. Whoa, hang tight. The 183 of Justin Wright got down there in the wet spot of turn number 1, and then it pushed hard to the outside and collects a couple other cars and collects a caution. So Wright in this situation was wrong, because if he would have kept the car going, he could have probably rejoined, but he sat there and waited as the yellow came out, and then it went, now he loses that opportunity.
Well, Tim Gonska, a great run for you guys, able to come from row 3 to the win. I know probably feeling a lot better than you were less than 24 hours ago when I last talked to you in the infield.
Yeah, last night I thought I was going to have a good run, had a good car, and broke a bolt and it sent me into the wall, and thankfully it didn't wreck too much, so we got her put together and ready for a strong run tonight.
All right, well, awesome. Should be sitting pretty good in points, and best of luck in that feature.
All right, thank you.
Tim Gonska in the 5G.
So as we said, great to have our friends at My Race Pass giving a little live look in here. Of course, we played comment games all night, or all week during our live look-ins, because the more you play, the more you comment, the more you watch, the more we'll give you for free. But tonight's game question came from a caller asking if we could guess the stupidity that'll come out of my mouth tonight. Really? I mean, I didn't quite word it that way, but so comment below what you think I would say about things tonight, because apparently it was a topic of conversation in some chat rooms last night.
Aren't you always the topic of conversation, Jerry?
Yeah, probably most of the time.
Good, bad, or indifferent, right? That's what we all are.
Kylie Rollins and the gang back home watching. Carla Laney tuned on in. Brandon Jacina.
Let's not forget the 50-50 raffle for folk down there for the Humane Society.
Tickets. Yeah, the Humane Crusaders are up there, so make sure and buy those 50-50 tickets.
I heard they already have one of the animals adopted that they brought in, so that's awesome.
I was over there petting the Huskies earlier. I like the Huskies.
Yeah.
I just want to go home and see my dogs. I think they miss me. I think they might have forgotten who I am.
Weren't you talking to them the other day on your phone or something?
Yeah, I talked to them. I talked to them on the ring camera, see what they were doing, make sure they were being behave.
Yeah.
They've
a little bit of off-road racing over there with somebody's got an RC car over there on the hill.
I saw that. I thought you were talking about the hookers down there, trying to get the 21 machine of Racely Card
stuck in the mud.
Going.
Hey, boys, I was going to let you know, did some number crunching because,
Imagine that, Ben.
Well,
You number crunching. Come on now.
Yeah. I still got all my teeth, so that's good. But 330 competitors throughout all of our divisions that have been running in this year's Playa Azul IMCA TV Winter Nationals presented by Yuma Insurance and RV World. And going into tonight, of course, 291 races, that's heats, Bs, and features, 3,109 competitive laps completed, including 907 for the Friesen Performance IMC Modifieds.
That's crazy. Looking at the comments, Taylor Irwin watching, says mispronouncing last names. No, I can Tyler screw first names up too.
We all do that. We're always trying to guess. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it doesn't turn out very well.
If we do ever pronounce a name wrong, you can always message us. The
Yeah.
how do they call it? The hyphenetic spelling of it?
Yeah.
Phonetic?
Yeah,
How it
something
sounded?
like that.
There
I
you
don't
go.
know. Pyroglyphics. I do like pyro though.
And we appreciate it if it's in a nice, kind manner.
Oh no! I mean, I tell you, the way I most enjoy pyro, Ben.
Oh, okay. We switched the subject. I was talking about the suggestions of the name
Oh,
deal.
no.
We don't want a bottle rocket going through some glass with a note. Okay, tell me about pyro.
You know the best thing I like to do. With pyrotechnics.
What is that, Jerry?
Roman candle
Roman
wars.
candles. Oh, yeah, those
boy.
are fun.
I'm a champion at Roman candle wars. I beamed a kid in the head one night with a Roman candle. He squealed. I was like, oh boy. Then we had to explain it to his mom.
I remember a couple years back, Tony Stewart, they were over Rico Abreu, a bunch of them were over at Tony Stewart's house shooting those all over the place.
You won't
at each
believe.
other.
So one time we in Little Town, Story City, Iowa, where I kind of grew up and run around at there, just down beside the Radcliffe. We'd made a fireworks run because at that time you couldn't buy them in Iowa. So then we came up and we lined Main Street with bottle rockets and Roman candles, and we did it kind of in a weird spot right out front the door of the police department.
Whoops.
So we get the fuse and we start lighting this thing, and it's going beep, 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 down Main Street, just hilarious. Next thing we know, he's on a run because 2 state troopers, a deputy sheriff, and 3 city cops were running out the front door of the PD, and we were like, ah! Thank goodness. What's that? What's that thing that you've done a crime and you of the statutes of limitations are gone. Holy goodness! The statutes of the left front are gone. That's a statue in itself on Stigman's number 19 car.
He's
Holy
holding the torch
goodness.
for a second.
Yeah, I thought we were ready for liftoff there as we hurry on down the front straightaway. Boy, he's going to keep him at bay. The 77, a Levi card down there around on the bottom. The 13, a Jerry Flippo. Heading on down, working into turn number 3 and 4. Flippo with the run to the inside of Levi Card. It will be Colby Stegman right there with the old 3-wheeler. Working her on up into the number 2 spot. Beau Partain has no problem, unless, well, he does something like Gary Williams did a couple heat races ago. But as long as he can just keep that 3-wheeler behind him, he's good, because it'll be the Levi Card machine one more time. Back around the inside, muscles him up the track and gets it done, brings Flippo with.
Now they're clear of the 3-wheeler. Let's see what they got for the rest of the field. Of course, Beau Partain pretty much gone. He's almost a full straightaway ahead of the rest of the field. Last time by the flag stand was 3.237 for the Casa Grande, Arizona contractor in that 75C. And now we got one spun around over there in 3 and 4. We got a battle for that second spot as now Flippo's going to look to the outside and then kind of dive down the inside as your spun car was able to keep going. It will stay green, and Flippo one more time. He's right to the left rear quarter panel, the 77 of Levi Card. This time by the flag stand. It'll be 3 to go with 5 ramps in.
They'll work him on down. It's going to be Jerry Flippo to the inside. Jerry Flippo right now, an 8-2, well, an 8-3 run. As he didn't quite get the pass made, it was a dead heat at the line. Whole bunch of zeros right there. Hustling down the back straightaway. We'll see if Flippo can get her done and put some tenths between himself and Card. They'll work him on down there. Beau Partain sees green flag high to the air. Jerry Flippo on the bottom. That time Levi Card still your leader.
Oh, Levi making Flippo work for it right there as the 13 rides down on that bottom side, going to try to find some track. It's still a little bit moist down there, but he's able to keep right there at the rear quarter panel as your leader down the front straightaway. He'll see the All-Star Performance caution come out for Partain.
So, Field will get caught up with Partain. He was so far gone. The 7 car of Peyton Rygard, you see he has apparently GPS went into a recalculation, and it took him, his point of destination was high-centered Colorado. Ooh, you know what I say? Ooh, yeah. Cracked open a cold one. We'll see.
Was that Olympia beer?
Oh, it could
out
be.
Of Tumwater, Washington?
Yes, out of Tumwater, Washington, which is close to Olympia.
Yes, it is.
Bobcat watching. Gang at the old Flying Bomb Pop headquarters tuned on in. I figured they got race cars. They might come down here, but Matt's got a body shop up there, and they've been crashing cars. So, Oh, hang on a minute. They took off without Cowboy. Cowboy's running across the infield. Come on, Cowboy. Put a little hitch in that giddy up.
Look at that.
Yee-hoo! There he goes. So they'll get Rygard hooked on up there. Out of Coos Bay, Oregon.
Well, Jerry, I was going to tell you, since it's story time, I was going to tell you about a story with some pyro, not necessarily pyrotechnics, just straight up pyro here last year. Hopefully the Yuma County Sheriff Department isn't listening. So I was on the phone just going for my nightly walk to the local Walmart, and I walked by, and you know those dumpster bins for recycling only?
Yeah.
It was on fire. From a distance, I thought it was just, like a little backyard fire, no big deal. And then this thing was blazing. And anyways, there was a store employee freaking out. I'm like, hey, are you okay? The fire department coming? Oh, yeah, okay, sounds good. Well, I was walking my way back, and I took a picture of where it was at, where this fire took place. And then the cherries and berries, whoop, whoop, And then they questioned me for a little bit there, asked me who I am, what am I doing there, why am I from out of town, just giving me everything I need to know to them. So, yeah, that's my story to you guys.
I always knew Ben could start a good...
He's an arson, huh?
I always knew he could start a good dumpster fire.
So that was the first question they asked me, is that, there was arson here? And I said, yes, I absolutely do know it was here. And they're like, well, how do you know that?
Son, you look like you could start a dumpster fire with about 2 words and a match.
Yeah. It was one of those deals where I could have outdone what was done here, so...
There you go. Cam Gruber tuned on in. I'm sure he's, I don't know if he's snowed in by him, a Wheeler stowed on in. And Munger, Kansas. Of course, he's been busy being the mayor of Munger, Kansas. He's got, probably had to take care of snow removal and scooping old ladies' sidewalks. That's how he gets his votes down there.
Just waiting on Colby Stegman there, the old pit crew guys down there. Pulled the rear end off of that car right there.
Yeah, Hank actually worked. Look at that. Oh, Hank and Harmon's body show. Hank and Harmon's auto repair up there at Super Nationals.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised Hank just didn't put some bungee straps on it like he normally does and says, just bring me my straps.
Just bring me my straps back later. There you go. So the caution lights are turned out down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Again, it's Partain out front. 6 laps in, 2 to go. It's going to be green-white checker finish here for your final heat race for your IMCA Sunoco stock cars, and we are back underway.
On down the front straightaway, going to be Bo Partain right on up there. It will be your leader. 2 to go. Partain, Flippo, Card, Stegman, and Clements.
And just like before the caution, he's going to set sail for the sunset. It is Bo Partain. That 75C's definitely had an up and down Winter Nationals, but right now he's out front of that final heat race. He'll see the white flag. He's got 1 lap to go to notch one under his belt.
So they'll hurry off a 2 down the back straightaway. Partain followed by Flippo. Card now Grady Clements coming to look into the inside of Stigman. He'll get him, but off of turn number 4, 6th and final. Whoa, hang on, I think Stigman's trying to wreck him. It will be the 75 of Partain to the win. Card goes second. Grady Clements and Colby Stigman going there, finishing on out. So good to have them tuned in at the Bobcat Den up there in Logansport, Iowa. Oh, Jonathan Logan, the gang, tuned on in. As we are now set to move to, it looks like coming to the racetrack. Oh boy, Audi and some modified action. Yeah. So here's the deal. I'm just gonna, nobody has been participating in what stupidity is going to come out of my mouth next. And there's only like 360 people watching. So if you don't start commenting right now through this heat race, I will tell you it's done. That's not a stupid comment.
That's not a stupid comment. That's
but
just
if you
the truth.
start playing the game, I might give you heat race number 2. So start tuned on in, get things going. Steve Nolan going to be out of Terabella, California, the 17N, and Vinny Rucci Jr., Las Vegas, Nevada, the 911.
Row number 2 is going to be the 35 of Bill Miller, Antonio Cherno in the 14.
Then we will see row number 3. It'll be Chris Zog out of New Liberty, Iowa, and Jim Beeman out of Fort Morgan, Colorado, the 69.
Lauren Hommerding in the 41L in the 97 TB, Tyson Blood.
Here we get down to turn number 1. 17N machine, Steve Nolan gonna roll right there to the bottom. Vinny Rucci, gonna go to the number 2 spot. Into turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. It's gonna be the 17N of Steve Nolan, Vinny Rucci, Chris Zog, and Tony Cherno, but the battle for second is no more as Chris Zog will take the number 2 spot.
Zog's in that 2 spot. He's looking for more as he tries right there on the back bumper of the California Racing. Now he gets a shot in the left rear from that 911 machine. And it must be because Rouch is in a quick move right now. He's going to try to move to the inside, not able to make anything happen. Here comes the Cherno down the bottom, the Armada Colorado racer, as he tries to move up in the top 3. Meanwhile, back out front is your leader, Steve Nolan, that's 17N, and he almost spins it out off of turn number 4. They're going to run down the front straightaway. It'll be Nolan in the top spot.
Working on down the back straightaway. It'll be that 17N. Steve Nolan got one around, hung up on the berm down in turn number 2. Tony Cherno, he'll get it going. It'll be the 17N of Steve Nolan, Chris Zog, Vinny Rucci, and Jim Beeman now to the number 4 spot. Beeman right there, then it will be the 35 machine of Miller and Tyson Blood, the old Bud Commander, trying to work his way on up. Oh my. Your leader still out front, Steve Nolan. Off with turn number 4, yellow is out, caution's out. Tony Cherno around there in the bottom of turn number 4.
Well, Bo Partain capturing that Sunoco IMCA stock car heat race. Bo, last time I talked to you, it wasn't the greatest of time last night in the infield. In fact, you were saying you're a little thirsty. Got to be really thirsty for a win tonight here at the IMCA TV Winter Nationals.
Yeah, definitely. Last night didn't go our way, but that's part of the game. So we went to work, went back to the drawing board, and worked on this thing all day and see what we got.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Chris Zog, right rear tire down on the 9Z machine. Tough break for the New Liberty Iowa racer. Look at Tyson Turnbull, I was going to say Tyson Turnbull there for a minute. Tyson Blood on a Tumwater. Oh boy. Rucci's around. Hommerding will collect him. Tyson Blood, an 8-2 run in the old 97 TB. The old Bud Commander. He's got her packed tight, toked up. Gonna take her out for a rip, Bud. As they hurry off of turn number 4. White flag is out. I think Tyson Blood has taken his protein pills, put his helmet on, and ready to try to orbit the moon's atmosphere. If he could win this one, he'd be a happy camper. Can he do it? Down into turn number 3 and 4. Gonna come up short. It'll be Steve Nolan, Tyson Blood right now. With Wild Bill Miller and Jim Beeman, but with a 8-2 run, I believe that is going to put the 97 TB in contention of sitting, if not on pole, at least first row of tonight's A main. But Steve Nolan there in the 17 and locking in and making sure he is in. Heat race number 2 going to come to the Speedway. The scheduled starting lineup was this way. Jared Dominguez out of Santa Maria, California, the 08, and Gray Ferrando, State and Oregon, the V13. Bubba Stafford out of Whitman, Arizona, the 40 Junior. Greg Gustus out of Brighton, Colorado, the 14G. Bryson Yeager out of Green River, Wyoming, the 33Y, and Jeremy Mills out of Clear Lake, Iowa, the 10. Final 2 starters, the 111-27 is Ethan Broxman from Newton, and Braxton Yeager, Green River, Wyoming, the 33BY. Now, when I say commenting about the game in the comments, the game to play is what stupidity is going to come. Type in the comments what dumb things you think I will say tonight. That's the game. It's not about a football game. It's not about a soccer game. It's about the game. I mean, the other game to play is the low fuel light game. If you're driving along and you're about out of fuel and your low fuel light's on, snap it in the comments too. So it looks like Domingo's going to go to the tail of the field, so that'll cross everybody on over. Here we go, looking for the green flag. Bubba Stafford to the outside, Gray Ferrando on the bottom. Here's the green, and we're underway. So it'll be Bubba Stafford right there to the number 1 spot for how long, though, because Gray Ferrando's coming. Working down into turn number 3 and 4. Look at that, Gray Ferrando with a big sweep. Ferrando, Grace lead, Stafford, Mills, and it'll be Broxma coming in the 111-27. Broxma right back there to the bottom of Yeager. Now it's going to be Mills to the bottom of Stafford. It'll put the Broxma machine to the number 4 spot. Broxma to 4th, Mills looking in 3rd, coming to 2nd. Can't quite get it down to turn number 1 to go. It will be Gray Ferrando, followed by Bubba Stafford and the 10 of Mills, the 111-27 of Ethan Broxma. Then it's Yeager, Gustus, Yeager, and Dominguez. Gray Ferrando across the stripe. 3 down, 5 to go.
Ferrando out front. 9/10 of a second over your second place running Bubba Stafford Jr. Jerry Mills back there in 3rd. 4th is still Broxma. Broxma not done yet. He's going to try to dip down to the inside of fellow Hawkeye racer. That is the 10 of Jeremy Mills. Mills trying to get around the 40 of Arizona. And Bubba Stafford has that time by the flag stand. It was 4 in, 4 to go. So halfway for your heat race number 2 for your Freezing Performance IMCA Modifieds.
So they'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be the V13 of Gray Ferrando. Your race leader battle for seconds right here. Jeremy Mills in the 10 car. Bubba Stafford, the 40 junior car. They'll work off a 2 and on the back straightaway. It's going to be Stafford there on the outside still. To the inside will be the 10 machine of Mills. Mills downstairs, Stafford up on the top. Green tide, 2 to go.
2 to go left. They remain in this heat race number 2. Is your second place battle heats up. He's going to cross the snoot of the 40 JR, and he's going to try to cross him over. Not able to do so. It is that 10 machine. That is Jeremy Mills out of Clear Lake, Iowa. Meanwhile, out front, the white flag will be up high for the State and Oregon racer. That is Gray Ferrando.
Mills has got a 6-2 run right now. Then you see Broxma with a 7-3 run. So it'll be off a turn 2 and down the back straightaway. See Broxma to the number 3 spot. Mills is second, and your winner will be Gray Ferrando. Gray Ferrando with a win. Jeremy Mills, Ethan Broxma, Bubba Stafford, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that will do it. That's all the My Race Pass Live look in. Don't know if we'll give you another one.
Will they pour on those comments again?
Yeah, well, if you want to keep watching it, you got time to head right now to IMCA TV and get it purchased up. Thanks to My Race Pass for our live look-ins all week long. Thanks for playing along. Thanks for being here. We're going to go back to the races here momentarily. Heat race number 3, getting ready to come to the racetrack. It'll be Sir Lawrence O'Connor out of Port Hardy, British Columbia, Canada, the 27A, and Matt Crafton in Mooresville, North Carolina, the 88.
And our own next will be Adam Bob.